Modern Pagan TV is dedicated to education about modern pagan religions and is committed to the protection, welfare, and guardianship of the rights of all people to worship as their hearts and minds dictate. Modern Pagan TV considers education of the non-pagan public and of our own world community about pagan religions to be of paramount importance and encourages open dialogue across all platforms with the understanding that all voices have an equal right to be heard. Modern Pagan TV encourages participation in multiple spiritual events as the tradition and the individual deems appropriate, and maintains that courtesy and open-mindedness and not denigration are paramount to any discussion. So sit back or join in. Modern Pagan TV is streaming live.
The pitch got higher, all the drums went out to the edge, and it got higher, and it got loud, and the girls were out screaming and, shrieking and dancing. And when it got to this peak, it just stopped, dead silence. It was beautiful.
Good evening.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. Good to see you again, Laura.
Good to see you, Drake. I'm Laura McKenzie, and I'm your host for tonight, along with my co-host.
I'm Drake. So... got lots of stuff going on tonight, lots of things we're going to be talking about, and a lot of exciting segments.
We do have some wonderful segments for tonight's show. This is our second show. Hopefully you tuned in to see us last week. If not, you can see us. We are archived on the website, www.modernpagan.tv. We actually go into the archives there, and you can see the show. We are also on YouTube, so you'll be able to see segments of the show there also. And as we get more shows actually filmed, then we'll have more content on TV for people to see. TV meaning web TV in this case.
And that'll be great if you've got friends who are into this kind of stuff. Make sure you post links on your Facebook page, put it on your website to have people go and watch, because this is your show and your stuff, and we want to hear your feedback and get your participation in this as well.
Right. Actually, there are some segments you can actually find on the website itself, that there's a link talking about the way the show's organized into segments, and some of them actually depend on hearing from you, actually hearing from the viewers, saying, gee, I'd really like it if you would discuss this issue, or I would really like you to have a guest speaker on who could talk about this. So we want to respond to you. This is a global community. Last week we had somebody in from Texas who Skyped in, a presenter who Skyped in. You can Skype in tonight if you want to join the show. It'll look like you're actually on the set with us here, so that could be fun.
Yep, and we'll pretend to talk to you like you were really here. It'll be fun.
Right, absolutely. We could pretend that easily. Also, you can join the chat room. The chat room is live. You can chat with each other. You can chat with us if you have questions for us with anything that we're talking about. You can chat with our staff, our moderator of the chat room. So that's also available, and you can find that on the website. Go to the banner right underneath the pictures where it says join the show, and that tells you how to do it.
We'd absolutely love to hear from you, and because otherwise you're just going to have to listen to us talk for like an hour, so we want to hear your part too.
Yeah, we can do that.
We could do that, yeah, because
we may be doing that.
Then that'll be fun. We have a puppet too if we have to, so we can do this in a 3-part show.
That's our mascot. Our mascot doesn't have a name. We need a name. We need a name for our mascot.
Maybe we could do a competition or something. It'll be great. So
if you have a really cute name, it's a girl. So
And you know how you can tell if it's a girl dragon, right? Without getting you just turn on the Three Stooges, and if it watches it, it's a boy dragon, and if it walks away in the kitchen muttering to itself, it's a girl dragon. That's
there you go. All right.
Known way to tell.
I wasn't aware of that.
I'm really up on dragon lore, so yeah.
Oh, I guess you are. All right. So if you have questions on dragons, text those in right now. Drake is ready to answer them. Absolutely. All right. At the top of our show, of course, we like to know what the stars are saying, and we have an astrology segment coming up. Kat's going to talk about what they're telling us, so let's find out.
Welcome to Flying Through the Skies, your astrological report for Modern Pagan TV. This is for the week of January 15, 2012. For the solar report during this period, the Sun is in Capricorn, a cardinal and feminine expression of Earth, in the third decant of the sign. The ruler for this decant of Capricorn is Venus, and will affect the expression of magical work done during this period by the emphasis on creating a foundation for beauty. Capricorn is the natural ruling sign of the 10th house, our house of reputation, careers, and the father. The ruling planet of Capricorn is Saturn. Saturn can feel limiting and restrictive, very paternal in nature. This is why when we reach the age of 28 to 30 years, we feel compelled to review our lives and set a plan for our futures. This is the first Saturn return we will experience in our lifetimes. Each future Saturn return will be a reassessment of what we have accomplished and integrated into our personal growth. As an earth sign, Capricorn seeks to build a tangible container or structure. As ruler of the house of reputation, career, and the father, that container or tangible structure needs to support our career development and the way we wish to be viewed or known by others. Caution is always advised as we transit through this sun placement, as we can be a little too authoritarian in our quest. Now for the planet tracker. Mercury joins the Sun in Capricorn until January 27th to add further help for our mental focus as well as our desire to communicate about our career and reputation development. While this supports forward propulsion in areas of career, we must guard against taking ourselves too seriously, becoming rigid in our thinking, or completely losing our sense of humor. Venus entered Pisces on January 14th and remains here until February 8th. With Venus in this placement, we are at risk of not seeing our personal relationships as they are, but as we wish for them to be. We will need to truly focus on not being carried away. Jupiter entered Taurus on June 4th, 2011, and will remain here until June 11th, 2012. Taurus is the natural ruler of our second house. The second house governs money, possessions, material assets, self-worth, attitude toward security, bank savings accounts, spending, and how money is acquired. Emotional and financial security, personal values and principles are all second house issues. With Jupiter in Taurus, we attract the best fortune when we are charitable, generous but discriminating, and patient. Prosperous areas are ones that allow us to discriminate and determine the worth of our products and to draw upon our resourcefulness as well as financial and investments. Jupiter can make us feel safe in taking risks because of this placement in Taurus. We will need to think before we act in any area that could impact our financial well-being. This will be the theme until summer, as Jupiter remains in this sign until June 11th, 2012. Uranus entered Aries on March 11th. The urge to start fresh, to break free from restrictive attitudes or circumstances, to totally redesign an area of our lives or even our personalities, and to gain freedom through independence is strong with Uranus and Aries. Now for the moon report. We begin the week off with the moon in Libra in the last quarter phase. The moon leaves Libra at 8:29 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Monday, January 16th, and is void of course until 9:34 a.m. that same morning when it enters Scorpio. On Wednesday, January 18th, the moon leaves Scorpio at 11:32 a.m. and is void of course until 12:30 p.m. when it enters Sagittarius. Friday, January 20th at 2:51 p.m., the moon leaves Sagittarius and is void of course until 3:42 p.m. that same day. Avoid starting spell work during the void of course hours. Now for magical timing and moon rites. This week starts off with the Libra moon in the last quarter phase. Rituals focusing on removals or banishings are supported during this phase. If you start a rite, wait to initiate it until after 9:34 a.m. on Monday the 16th, 12:30 p.m. on the 18th, and 3:42 p.m. on the 20th. Rites that tear down outmoded structures and ideas, Capricorn Sun, Mercury, are supported by the stars at this time. Harvesting herbs is supported during this moon phase, as is trimming for growth. Now for the retrograde watch. We have no retrograde planets during this week's cycle. Thank you for joining us for Modern Pagan TV's Flying Through the Skies Astrological Report. And I look forward to seeing you next week.
I'm chasing twisters down an avalanche across the great divide.